Yes, you may please start.
Okay, sir. Dear students, hope all are doing well. And in yesterday's class, we have discussed about Henry Fayol's 14 Principles of Management. We are not continued completely, okay? Up to 8 principles we have discussed. Now we'll discuss about 9th principle, okay? Please focus with me. The 9th principle was principle of scalar chain. Principle of scalar chain means you know that in every organization, the authority, the information goes from top to down and down to top, right? And that it is called as a hierarchy. It will be a very systematic in every organization. Here you can see in the diagram, let us assume that A is boss. All these are employees, B, C, D, E, F, like L, M, N, O, P are the employees. Let us assume that this is the department 1 and this is department 2. If there is any information in the A, means top management means, then the A will pass to the B, B to C, C to D. Like that, the information will be passed top to down. The employees also can pass the information, but not directly to boss. Okay, the employees can pass information like F to E, E to D, D to C, and C to B, B to A, like that. Okay, this is a very systematic process in every organization. Now, what is scalar chain means? According to Fayol, in some emergency situations, the scalar chain says that in case of emergency situations, you can break the chain. See, for example, here there is no time to pass information for F, so that the F can directly pass information to P. This is called gangplank. So the Fayol said that breaking the chain in emergency situations is scalar chain. The principle of scalar chain also sometimes it is very necessity according to the situation to use in organization. That is the principle of scalar chain. Now 10th principle, okay? 10th principle is principle of order. Principle of order means everything should go in a systematic way according to order. If anything is going on the order, automatically the organization would be in the top. Mainly, if there is, for example, an organization is there is no systematic process. The top level management are giving instructions, but the middle level management and lower level management are not following those instructions or order. Then the company will definitely lose their profits, and the company can't meet their goals or objectives. Okay, for that purpose, if you follow order, so that automatically the organization would be in a top. Main important here is like order means like a material, you know, the actually we have discussed yesterday, there are 4 M's are there in production, in the production department: men, material, money, machines. All these are needs to be used according to order only. Now 11th principle, principle of equity. If any kind of problems is there, the employee should not feel injustice. For example, there is a there is a conflicts between employees, and there is a problems between employees in organization, means the management should give justice equally. If the employee feels injustice, and they should not feel any dishonest towards them, and there is no proper rules and regulations, that should not happen in any organization. Equity and equal rules should be there to make everyone happy, and the all the rules and guidelines should be very proper manner in any organization. Any employee in organization should not feel any guilty or dishonest. That dishonest has been happened towards him, any grievances or any problems, they definitely need to be very equal. They definitely need to feel equality between employees. Equity means that they do not feel any indiscrimination. So this is the principle of equity according to Fayol. Now the second 12th principle. Okay, principle of stability in tenure and personnel. Every employee expects that I should have a security in this organization. Okay, every employee in any organization, he must he need and he expects the security from organization, right? Some stability. If the employee has stability in the organization, he feels like, oh, this is what I expect. So that stability comes from organization. So Fayol says that individual stability that you have to provide to employee, definitely you have to provide to employee. The employee feels more secure if you provide stability towards employees. Okay, that it call it as the principle of stability in the tenure of personnel. And coming to 13th principle of initiative, means every top authority should give some kind of liberty to every employees in organization, some kind of communication skills to the lower authority, because to express their views without any hesitation. If the employee feels any problematic situations and he is in any conflicts, he definitely needs to convey to the top management, so that he needs to take initiative. He wants to feel that much of liberty from top management, so that every top authority should give some kind of liberty to their employees. The employees should not feel hesitation to tell the problem and to make it as a solution. Okay, they have every right to take solution from the authorities. This is the 13th principle of initiative in the Fayol's 14 principles. And coming to final, the final one is principle of esprit de corps. Esprit de corps means it's a journal word. Okay, what does this esprit de corps means? If there is no cooperation and teamwork in organization, they can't survive. Okay, the spirit means teamwork, and decorps means cooperation. According to journal word, there must be a there must be a cooperation and good teamwork in organizations. And also Fayol said that avoid these two, okay, divide and rule policy and abuse of written communications. You need to avoid these two policies in any organization. Okay, and please avoid the divide and rule and abuse of written communication also. If you follow all of these 14 principles in the organization, there is a more advantages to get benefits in our organization. So we have completed bureaucratic management theories and administrative management, Henry Fayol 14 principles. Now scientific management, scientific management theory will discuss. Okay, the classical approach. Scientific management theory was developed by Frederick Taylor in the early 20th century. Generally, it is based on the idea that work can be broken down into small pieces and simple tasks that can be performed most efficiently by workers. For example, if there is a lot of work is there, the work is given to only one individual in organization, he can't do more work, right? So that according to Frederick Taylor, the work should be delegated and assigned to different types of workers, and they feel like this is a small simple tasks, so that can be performed more efficiently by workers who have been scientifically trained. Okay, Taylor believed that these would lead to greater productivity and efficiently. What Frederick Taylor believed, delegating the work to the employees in the small pieces, like a small into a small simple tasks, it can be very helpful, and each and every employee will perform tasks efficiently, so that it automatically leads to the greater productivity and efficiency in organization. He also said that, and he also described some elements that which should be keep in mind in the organization, like standardization of work, scientific selection and training to the workers, division of labor, time and motion studies, incentive systems, means like promotions, remuneration, bonus, wages, increments, transfers, everything comes under these. Managerial control, these all elements are the, these all elements are said by the Frederick Taylor. All these elements should keep in mind and work in the organization. Okay. Now, neon classical approach. Why neon classical approach came? Because in early days, classical approach is first introduced and developed. Right? These neon classical theories emerged in the mid 20th century as a reaction to the perceived shortcomings of the classical management theories. Generally, these theories emphasized the importance of human factors. Okay, importance of human relations and behavioral sciences. In the classical approach, there are few mistakes or errors are there. To rectify those errors, in the mid 20th century, the neon classical approach has been introduced. Okay, now we'll discuss about human relation theories. Human relations theories was developed in the 1930s by Elton Mayo and his colleagues. It is based on the idea that social factors such as the employees are treated, the way employees are treated, and can have a significant impact on their productivity and morale. Means in classical approach, the human relations were missing. So that in the neon classical approach, some authors described that the human relation theories also plays a major role. You need to understand about employees, emotionals emotions, and also as well as their situations. You need to communicate them and make them to feel comfortable in organization. Okay, and also you need to impact them by motivating them. Automatically, if the employee has been motivated, means automatically the productivity and morale of the organization will be increased, right? So that the employee satisfaction is more important. The human relation theory will is telling that maintaining employee relations also very important aspect in the management theories. Later, behavioral science theory. The behavioral science theory is emerged in the 1950s after human relation theories. Okay, and it is applied the principles of psychology and sociology to the study of management. The behavioral aspect theory means, for example, there are different types of employees are there in organization. Different types of people will have different types of mindset. We can't, the manager can't, or the manager or management can't get each and everyone's mindset. So these has been divided into some behavioral aspects like a cognitive, like that. Okay, according to them, the principle of, sorry, according to them, the principle of psychology and sociology to the study of management. This theory emphasizes the importance of understanding human behavior in the workspace. The management has some elements to how to calculate behavior of employee and understanding the human behavior. According to them, they have some analysis about behavioral. These entire these function is called behavioral sciences because they have some analysis. According to those analysis, they will find out the behavior of employees. Now, modern theory. After neoclassical approach, modern approach came. Okay, the modern approach is emerged in the 1960s and 1970s. Mainly, the modern approach is focused on the use of qualitative data and quantitative systems. I mean, quantitative methods and systems. Those which methods are thinking to improve management decision making. Okay, these methods which are quantitative, system, and contingency, all these modern approaches will always improve the thinking skills and improve the decision making in the organization. So what is quantitative theory? Quantitative theory uses mathematics and statistical techniques to analyze data and make decisions. There are some mathematics techniques and statistical techniques are there in quantitative approach to analyze the data in the organization which data is available in the organization. Those all data is analyzed by these techniques, and they will make decisions according to them, according to data provided by organization. And systems theory views organizations has open systems like interact with their environment. This theory emphasizes the importance of understanding the relationship between an organization and environment. Mainly this is organizational and environment. Okay, this system theory says organizational difference, I mean sorry, relation between organization and organizational environment. If the organization environment is very good, then everything goes very smoothly, systematically. It goes on smooth, like a smooth function. There is no disturbances will be happen in any in organization. If the if the environment is not good, there will be lot of problems will come in the organization, right? So that system theory says that it will keep interest on, should need to keep interest on environment, organization environment also. And contingency theory argues that there is no one best way to manage, and that's the best approach, depends on the specific situation. The situation always tells about the flexibility and adaptability in management. Okay, the most of the times we need to take a move according to flexibility and adaptability. This is saying by contingency theory. Okay, is everyone clear with second unit, so that I can move for third unit? Is everyone understand about Fayol's 14 principles and all the theories? Let me know, please. Okay, it seems everyone is okay with this second unit, and in second unit we have discussed introduction to management and its evaluation, and Fayol's 14 principles and all the theories which are available here: bureaucratic management, scientific, administrative, human relations, behavioral science, quantitative, system, contingency, and contemporary. Okay, now I'm moving to the third unit. The third unit is roles of manager. Let us discuss the introduction about roles of manager. Generally, the manager is responsible for managing people in the organization. Managers must make sure that employees know what they are doing and what they are doing about in their job, for what purpose, and that organizational operations run smoothly or not. Mainly the manager's roles includes setting objectives, analyzing, reading, making decisions, reviewing. All these all these roles are includes in managers mainly. Okay, so management process. Basically, what is management? What is a process? Process is a systematic way of getting things done. So take a look into diagram. Okay. Firstly, what is process means? We are giving some inputs and it is processing. Later, it is getting some output. This is called processing process. So similarly, management is the process here. Middle, see the middle one. Okay, management is the process, while human resources. This is human resources and material resources are brought together. Information to manager and here process it. Later, management fulfilling the objectives of an organization. This is the process of management process. Okay, everyone clear? Okay, hope everyone is clear about this diagram. Now we'll discuss the managerial roles. Okay, generally there are 10 roles are there, which are characterized as the three parts. The first one, the first one is interpersonal, and which carry out roles like figurehead, leader, liaison. And the second one is categorized, we have informational, okay, which carry roles like monitor, disseminator, and spokesperson. And third category we have decisional, which carry roles like entrepreneur, disbursement handler, and resource allocator and negotiator. So let us see all these roles detailed. First one is figurehead. What is figurehead? Every manager has social, occasional, and legal responsibilities, right? Every manager in any organization, he is expected to be source of inspiration. Every employee, by seeing manager, should feel like our manager is the inspiration to us. So this is the main role to manager. He needs to be like a inspiration. People, whenever they face any problem, they look up to him, and as a performer of authority and as a figurehead, he's the person of authority who is manager, right? If the employee sees to the manager, obviously they needs to feel that we can solve our problems through manager. And another point, they have any questions, if the employees have any questions, queries, and directly go and ask their manager in the hope to get certain answers and in the hope of resolving issues, right? So what is figurehead saying means, this is a role of manager, and the manager needs to be an inspiration to employees. And if the employees gets any problem, then the employees go directly to the manager and they need to ask proper solutions, and they used to get certain answers to resolve issues. Okay, next we have leadership of manager. This is where manager provide leadership to his team. Okay, his departments are per half of to its entire organization. It's where a manager is a performer and responsibilities of everyone in the grow. Okay, the manager needs to behave like a leader in every organization. The employees needs to feel motivation by seeing leadership qualities in manager. Okay, and another one is liaison. What is liaison? Manager must communicate with internal and external contacts in organization, right? He needs to be able to network efficiently in the behalf of the organization. Definitely, like we can say simply the manager is a network efficiency to communicate with internal and external contacts. The management acts as a network in the middle. Okay, as the leader of the organization unit, the manager has to perform the functions of motivation, like a communication, encouraging team spirits, and so on. Many are there, like needs to act as an needs to perform the functions of all these things: motivation, communication, encouraging, teamwork, team spirit, problem solving, and so on. For and also for furtherly, He has to coordinate the activities of all his subordinates, which involve the activities of the legion. Definitely, the manager has to coordinate the activities of all his subordinates whenever the subordinates feel struggle. Okay, to meet the activities, he act as an liaison. So next we have monitor in the informational. Okay, in the informational roles we have to monitor. The fourth one is monitor. In this role, manager regularly seek out information related his organization. Definitely, the manager has to gather information from his organization each and every time. Organization and industry, business, whatever it is, needs to seek out information, right? The point, first point in the monitor is the manager needs to looking for relevant changes in environment in the organization. He always strive to change the environment in organization like smoothly, like smooth functioningly. Okay, he's also monitor his team in terms of both their productivity and their well-being. Okay, one of the role to the manager is to strive for the changes in environment, organizational environment, and to monitor the productivity and their well-being. Okay, and next we have dissemination. This is where manager will communicate potentially useful information to his colleagues and his team. The manager will be and the management need the manager sorry the manager need to communicate potentially useful information to his team, where he provide the information related to how they can perform the work easily. If there is any network new rules or new policies, he provide them the information. If the organization has developed any new rules or new policies, the manager will provide the information to the team. If we have new strategies also according to objective goals and objectives of organization. Definitely, he will share with teammates and so on. This is disseminator. And another one is spokesman. The manager must need to act as a spokesman. Okay, here manager represents and speaks for his organization. In this role, he is responsible for transmitting information about organization and its goals to the people outside. Okay, the people which are in the outside, the manager will transfer the information about organization. What are the organization goals like this? And here the manager also acts as a spokesperson on behalf of his team. If there is any output or there is any query are there, he can raise his voice and he can put his voice also near the head of authority. Okay, like behalf of with teammates. According to behalf of with teammates, he can raise his voice and he can put his voice and he can support his team members. Okay, he's the spokesperson between organization top level management to lower level management. He will act as a middle level management. Okay, then we'll go to third one, decisional. This decisional entrepreneurial. Manager said to be an entrepreneur. Why? Because the manager creates and control changes within the organization. Thus means like solving the problems, creating new ideas, implementing them, innovation thinking, creating new ideas through researches, new strategies, new policies. By developing all those things, manager can control changes within the organization, create new things, new policies. You can get new ideas to organization. Okay. Next, disturbance handler. Whenever there is any conflict, there is any problem, the manager must resolve them. Okay. If there is any problem occurred in the or between the employees or in the inside the organization, the manager must resolve them. Take the charge to sort problem. Means the not only if the, for example, say for example, if there is one organization is there, for that organization there is different types of managers are there according to the departments. HR manager is different, finance manager is different, operations manager is different. All these are managers only. All these managers perform their duties in their departments only. They could not perform their duties in the other department. Okay. Like that, if there is any conflicts between their department, he can sort their conflicts. And if there is any issues, and duty of manager to inform to overcome the problems so that they continue without any problem. Okay. Ninth one is resource allocator. A manager also needs to determine where the organization resources are best applied. Okay. These involves allocating funding and assigning staff and other organizational resources. If there is any need of more resources, shortage of any resources, manager who keeps the update and provide resources to them so that the company can continue. There is any shortage of any product, any material, either human resources or manufacturing resources or any operational resources. If there is any shortage, the manager strive to clear those shortage and provide resources to them so that the company can continue smoothly. Okay. And negotiator, 10th one. So the manager also acts as a negotiator role. The manager represents the organization and bargaining and negotiations to outsides and insiders also. On the B half of the organization, the manager represents bargaining negotiations to outsides and insiders also. Okay. In order to gain advantages. For what purpose negotiation happens? In order to gain advantages. Negotiates with subordinates to improve work for commitment and locality. Okay. He can negotiate with workers and unions, recording their commitment and productivity, and to provide facilities and business expansion and etc. And this is the different roles of manager. Is everyone clear? Anyone respond? Is anyone respond so that I can go to next topic? If you have any doubts, feel free to ask. Okay. Okay. Now we can go to next topic. Management skills. Mainly the management skills is divided into three parts. First one is technical skills, human skills, and conceptual skills. The management skills can be defined as certain attributes or abilities which help, okay, like solving problems, know how to deal well with their subordinates, which allows for the easy flow of activities in organization. Management skills can be developed through learning and practical experience as a manager, okay. Now we'll discuss about technical skills. Technical skills involve skills that gives the manager the ability and the knowledge to use a variety of techniques to achieve their objectives. Means the manager is using technical skills to improve himself. If the manager use technical skills, if the manager has technical skills, means he has ability to gain more knowledge, and he can use variety of techniques in to achieve the objectives of organization. So technical skills plays very important role for a manager. And also another point also there, what it manager skills not only for involving operating machines or software production tools and pieces of equipment, not only for these purpose, but also the skills needed to boost sales, design different types of new design, different types of products and services, and market the services and the products. These skills uses to boost sales, everything. All these skills can be developed through technical skills, okay. Coming to conceptual skills, these involves the skills manager present in terms of knowledge and ability for abstract thinking and formulating ideas. The conceptual think skills are somewhat different from other skills, because here the manager can get knowledge, the manager has knowledge for abstract thinking and formulating new ideas and strategies for the organization, right? And also the manager is able to see an entire concept and analyze and diagnose a problem and find creating solution to those problems. He can diagnose problem and he can find solutions. These will comes under conceptual skills. And also these conceptual skills helps the manager to effectively predict hurdles the department or the business as a whole, okay. The whole department is facing the problem, then the manager take initiative and he can predict the hurdles which are happening furtherly, he can predict the four before. These are comes under conceptual skills. And another final one is human and interpersonal skills. The human or the interpersonal skills are the skills that present the manager's ability to interact, work, or relate effectively with people. Okay, as earlierly we have discussed about human relations, same as like that. Okay, he needs to maintain interpersonal skills to maintain good relations with the humans. These skills enable the managers to make use of human potential in the company and motivate the employees for best result or better results. Okay, so through these human relations, and the manager can get human potential of the company by motivating these employees. He can get better results, he can meet easily the goals of the organization. And will the next topic is levels of management, okay. There are three levels of management is there. The first level is top level management. Who will be in the top level management? Okay, it's a very important topic. Please listen carefully. The board of directors, managing directors, presidents, VIPs, chief executive officers, chief executive controllers, all these will be under the top level management. Okay. So Middle level management. Who will be the in middle level management? Production manager. I said no, there is a different types of managers are there for different departments. Production, operation, marketing, regional, finance. Every manager comes under these middle level managers. Okay. Who will be the lower level management? There are some workers, no, who is supervisors and superintendents, sectional officers, inspectors. All these are comes under lower level management. Okay. Firstly, we'll see the top level management. The top level management will assign and delegate some authorities to middle level management. The top level management can delegate some authorities to middle level management, and some of the authorities is delegated by middle level management to lower level management. But the lower level management directly could not go to the, they did not have any right to go to the top level management and to the middle level management. Okay. What does the top level management will do? The first one is determining objectives. The objectives of the entire organization is decided and developed by the top level management, means by CEOs, CFOs, MDs, BOD, presidents, all these members. Okay. And top level management also, these top level management also frame the plans and policies of organization. And the third one is this top level management assigns jobs to the middle level management. Only middle level management, not to the lower level management. Okay. The top level management will assign jobs to the middle level management. And coordinating departments, they are analyzing whether the departments under the control of middle level management are with the good coordination or not. They will examine that. Okay. Through by top level management. And arranging resources, the resources which are needed by middle level management is arranged by the top level management. And the top level management acts as an overall leadership to the middle level management and lower level management. Okay. These duties are performed by the top level management. And coming to the middle level management, what does the middle level management will do? Interpretation of the policies of top management. We have seen, no, just now I have said that top level management will develop the policies and procedures and plans, etc. All those plans where the middle level management give interpretation to lower level management about all those policies and management. Okay. And organizing activities of department wise, there are a lot of departments in middle level management, no, regional manager, operational manager, marketing manager, production manager, finance manager, and HR manager. Okay. All these six managers will organize activities. Okay. Or activities through department wise. Okay. HR manager will do HR work. I mean, HR you will utilize human resources, and finance manager will utilize the optimum utilization of production department employees. Okay. Like that. Later, these middle level management also select the employees for departments, different types of departments. The middle level management means the middle level managers are there, no, they will select the employees to their departments according to their requirements. They have that capacity to select the employees. And motivating employees, these middle level management will motivate the employees who are under the control of only middle level management, not under the control of lower level management. Okay. and instructing and controlling employees. They will instruct and control these employees, and these also cooperate with the other departments. Like here there is different types of departments are there, so they need to cooperate with each and every department. And in every department of in any organization, every department could not get conflicts. They need to support and they need to give cooperation to each and every departments. And implementing policies, the policies are being given, the policies which are given by the top management, those will be implemented by the middle level managers. Okay. And lays down rules and regulations which are passed by top level management. And coming to lower level management, the lower level management also called as operational level management. In lower level management, there are supervisors, superintendents, sectional officers, and inspector. All those are also managers only. Under these managers, there will be a workers, employees, labor, and many are will be under these managers. If the employees get any problem, means they could not go to tell and middle level managers or top level. They needs to tell the managers which are including in these lower level management. Okay. The lower level management will passes here to here, like that. Okay. The in the lower level management, they addressing the problems of grievance of employees. The lower level managers need to address the problems of grievance within the employees and to solve them. Okay. Maintaining good working conditions in the organizations, this is which is the lower level management has to do in the organization. Okay. Recruitment and selecting employees according to their requirements, taking feedback from employees, maintaining quality of products, minimizing wastage. So that if you minimize the wastage, you can reduce cost. If you reduce cost, definitely the consumers will attract. If the consumers will attract and more consumers are joined into organization, then automatically the profits will be increased. Automatically the factor production, the production also will be increased. Okay. So minimizing wastage is main, and also motivating workers. Lower level managers will always motivate the workers to make them to work as a optimum utilization. Okay. Is everyone clear? If anyone has any doubts, please ask. Anyone? You can text. You can text on the message box. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Now the another topic is characteristics of a good manager. Okay. What are the characteristics of good manager? Generally, the good managers often have varied personalities and approaches. Just 1 minute. The managers often have variety of personalities and approaches towards their job. However, they often share a number of characteristics that make them particularly well suited for their positions. Each and every manager in the organization have some skills to be as a good manager. And either the manager, then only if the manager has those skills only, the manager is well suited for position. Coming to the first one, communication. Definitely the good managers are always a excellent communicators. They can clearly and accurately share information with their team. But just as importantly, and the good managers can also listen to their employees always. They can listen. They have very much patience to listen to their employees. Some managers will does not, it doesn't even show interest to listen their employees in organizations. Okay. And also, listening is an important, it is a very important skill as talking for effective communication. Okay. Definitely the good manager will have the good manager is a excellent communicator, and he can clearly accurate and share the information to his team members. And then but he can listen through that members, through the he can listen to their employees, as well as he can make effective communication within the organization. Okay. And the second one is subject matters knowledge. Okay. Managers should have knowledge about their role. Definitely managers should have much knowledge about his role, his or her role, whatever they needs to do, what should they do, how much, in how much way, in which way he needs to do, and about the work, their team and their company performance. And all these are depending on the size of the department and the manage and the company's industry. Okay. One type of knowledge, generally one type of knowledge is maybe more important than the other. Okay. But the best managers are always both leadership and subject matter experts. It is also a very good quality or characteristics of a manager. Third one is organization. Organization is a vital skill. Okay. For a manager, when overseeing employees and projects, knowing exactly who to contact and what information to share with, and effective managers have no trouble keeping the documents and thoughts organized, very organized. Definitely the manager definitely organize a clear cut of mind. He does not have any thoughts. And next one is time management. Good managers have outstanding time management. Okay. It is also a skill actually, time management skill. As managers, they have to regulate their own time and that of their team. They should be able to hold themselves to deadlines and help their employees do the same. Okay. Reliability. That, and also coming to the time management, the time management is a very important aspect in the organization. If the manager does not have time management, he may lose many things. Sometimes he may lose his managing position also. The time management is must and should for the manager. So that is a very good characteristic of manager. And reliability. Reliability is a very important character in the manager. You want someone in a leadership position who you can count on to get their work done. Okay. And effectively manage their team. So reliability means, if you have any work, if you have, for example, say for example, if you have one leadership position vacant in your organization, then the manager has to select effective worker who will efficiently manage their team. He can predict that reliability employer. So that reliability means you can comfortably give the manager autonomy to get their work done. Okay. And delegation. The very excellent managers know how to use their team members. They are skilled at delegating tasks, okay, and allowing their employees the appropriate amount of freedom to get those tasks done by employees. Okay, the delegation of work is very main important point. If they delegate the work to employees only, then the time saves, the effective result comes, and the goals will be reached very efficiently. And another one is confidence. A confident manager trusts not only in their own skills and abilities, but also those of their team. Definitely a good team. If the manager only trusts only them and only themselves, he does not have confidence on others also, it's not a good thing on manager, okay. The good manager always keep confident in their entire team. If the employee is not good, or he's somewhat some disturbances, or he is not doing any work in the organization, then the manager, whether the manager has a right also to counsel an employee. He can also counseling the employee. He has the right also to counsel the employee, and meeting with clients or delegating an assignment. A good manager does it. Okay. So with the confidence, he does not feel it's a shame. He does not feel it's a shame. Okay. He always uplifts his team and employees. Respect. The great managers are respectful. They always respect their employees, the company, and their customers, consumers. Respect is a very important to leadership quality. The manager definitely needs to respect each and everyone in organization, okay. But it also a great character to model, to being as a model in organization. If your manager show respect for everyone on the team and in the company, it will encourage others who are receiving respect from the manager. It is an encouragement to others and do the same, okay. So that the respect is always a good quality to manage it. Honesty, ninth one. Honesty is a necessary characteristic for relationship building, okay. Good manager should demonstrate honesty when dealing with clients, customers, and their teams, etc. If any internal and external stakeholders felt the manager was acting dishonestly, it could be affect the company as a whole. So that any employee or consumer, customer, they do not feel like manager is acting as a dishonesty. So that honesty is very important to manager. To be as a good manager, needs to be honesty in every situation. And tenth one is decisiveness. Often it falls to manager to make decisions for the team. The ability to make timely, effective decisions can help stabilize a challenging situation. And keep a project on. Okay, if there is no, sorry, if there is no, it is not a good time to take decision. It is very critical and hard time. At that time, the manager needs to perform very decisivenessly. Because why? Because he needs to perform very cleverly, intelligently. He needs to take a decision to stable. He needs to stabilize this challenging situation, right? And decisiveness is also a key quality for a manager. Responsibility. Are often in charge of a number of important details and tasks, informations. Responsibility is obviously necessary to any manager to ensure proprietary information, to stay protected, to stay protect the team members and team meets their goals. Okay, responsibility is very important. And empathy. Managers often handle personal and interpersonal situations as often as they do professional challenges. This is called emotional intelligence. If the, for example, in organization, manager is struggling with personal problems, as well as same professionals, there is a problem occurs in the profession also, in his profession also. He needs to manage those interpersonal situations. This is called emotional intelligence. Okay. And empathy for the team is a valuable quality. Manager who can understand their employees' feelings are more likely to have positive relationships with them and solve their issues. These all are comes under empathy. Creativity. Managers can help a team or company to innovate and grow with new creations through research. Okay, demonstrating creativity as a manager when structuring, implementing processes and procedures can help employees to make more efficiently and effectively. The manager needs to allow employees to think and to work more creatively, and it can improve the company's products and services. Okay, optimization. Manager, in addition to know all their job specific responsibilities, are also called leadership models. Okay, the way they conduct themselves in the office and respond to stressors and challenges sets the tone for how their team will respond. Showing optimum, showing optimum even the face of diversity will help their team to do. So he needs to take work optimally from his team members or employees. The optimum utilization and optimism of employees, and also these will includes manager also. Manager also needs to work as optimally. Then only he could be as a good manager. Commitment. Good managers are committed to the work. Always the good managers are committed to work and the team and they whatever they do. And they work hard every day. And they work hard every day to show that they have outcomes of their work. Okay. And want to inspire their team to do the same. So can I go to the next topic? So that I'm going to another topic. The another topic is how do managers know whether they are good or bad? Okay. The first one is self assessment. The self assessment is a critical tool for managers to evaluate their own performance. But if we evaluated through self assessment, they can get they can do it efficiently. Okay. In the self performance, first one is reflect on goals. Reflect on goals considers whether you have achieved the goals you set for yourself and your team. Evaluate the progress made towards long term objectives. Okay. And he needs to take social feedback. In the self assessment test, he needs to take social feedback from the employees, people, etc. And he need to the in the self assessment, the manager needs to take decision making review. Previously he has done decision making, no, for many problems or in many situations. He made strategies, no, to take review for his decision makings towards organization. And analyze communication, how he communicated with employees and how he communicated with internal and external people. He needs to analyze his communications towards the people who is in the organization. And evaluate conflict resolution. Is he really resolved the is he really set the solution to the conflict or not? He needs to evaluate that. And assess the team dynamics. He needs to examine the dynamics within your team. Are team members motivated and engaged or not? Do they collaborated well really? He need to done self test, reflecting on goals, social feedback, review decision making, analyzing communication, evaluate conflict resolution, assess team dynamics. These are all are comes under self assessment. And 360-degree feedback. This is second one. Okay. In 360 degrees feedback, the peer feedback. The first one is peer feedback. Means he can take information through his colleagues about managers, interpersonal skills, teamwork, and collaboration. All these feedbacks are comes under peer feedback. Subordinate feedback. The manager is superior, and the employees who are worked under this, the subordinates who are worked under the manager, team members as a team members, and can communicate with them and support and empower them. How his support towards subordinates are there? They will take feedback from subordinate. And superior feedbacks. Who are the superiors? Means the top level, more than the manager. Okay, can take superior feedbacks also. Under these 360 degrees feedback, peer feedback, subordinate feedback, and superior feedback are there. Through these three types of feedbacks, we can say that 360 degrees feedback is good or bad. And third one is key performance indicators. Manager can establish key performance indicators and they can measure their effectiveness through team productivity, employee engagement, financial performance, customer satisfaction, employee turnover. Through all these things, is team productivity really establish targets and benchmarks? Is employee engagement is assess their members' satisfaction, motivation or not, and commitment towards their work? And financial performance evaluate their financial indicators or not, such as cost control, revenue generation, and budget control. And customer satisfaction, monitoring customer feedback or not, and satisfaction scores if applicable to your role. Okay. And employee turnover, manager has to keep track on turnover rate of retention, efforts with your team. Okay, all these will comes under key performance of indicators. And fourth one is professional development and training. What is professional development and training? In another way, the managers perform by continuously enhancing their skills and knowledge. Managers can stay current and effective in their roles. Okay. In these professional development and training, leadership workshops, communication training, management seminars, all these are conducted or not. All these things comes under professional development and training. And benchmarking. What is benchmarking? If there is any unique thing that is used to organization, that task is firstly performed by the manager, means the manager will be a benchmark, is the benchmarking for that particular activity which has been done to fulfill the objectives of management. That is called benchmarking. Is the manager is involved any benchmarking or not? Like this, they can assess their whether he is a good manager or not. In the benchmarking, industry comparisons are there, and also best practices are there. In these benchmarking, these all those things are there. And sixth one, goal achievement. This is the one of the most direct way to measure managerial effectiveness. Okay, is manager really achieved the goals of objectives of organization? If the manager consistently meet and exceed your targets, it's an indication of effective management. He's a very good manager. And seventh one is employee development and growth. Final one. The progress and growth of your team members can also be a measure of your effectiveness as a manager. If your team members are advancing in their careers, gaining new skills, achieving their own goals, then we can say it as the manager providing effective leadership and support towards their employees. And what is final conclusion for how do managers know whether they are good or not? Assessing managerial effectiveness in an ongoing process. Assessing managerial effectiveness is always an ongoing process. It always requires self reflection, feedback, commitment, continuous improvement, and by utilizing various assessment methods or not. The managers also can the managements can also identify the areas of strength, areas of need improvement, ultimate enhancing of performance, contributing to their success of their teams and organizations. Okay. Okay, is everyone clear about how do managers know whether they are good or not? Anyone? You can text. You can text me. Let me know, is everyone listening the class or not? Okay, thank you, Kishore Das. Now we can go to another topic. And the changing role of managers in the current context. Okay, the role of the manager is a continually evolving, shaped, and advanced according to new technology. He need to change himself and make advancements for himself according to technology and shifting workplaces, dynamics, and changes in organizational structure. In the current context, manager faces new challenges and opportunities that require them to adapt. Okay, if all these are adopting by the manager means he can be as a current context. He can think and he can use technical skills, abilities, machineries. He can explore how the role of manager is changing in today's rapidly evolving business landscape. Can evolve all these things. Okay, the first one is embracing technology. What is embracing technology? In present digital days, managers must embrace technology to remain effectiveness of the organization. The manager must adopt digital literacy. The manager have a need to proficiency in the using of digital tools and platforms and communication, data analysis. All these are needs to adopt by digital literacy. Remote work management. Second one is remote work management. With the rise of remote work, managers must navigate virtual teams. Okay, ensuring productivity and maintaining the cohesion team. Data driven decision making. Leveraging the data is not at all an easy thing. Okay, leveraging data every time, leveraging data analytics to make informed decisions, and he can gain insights to operations and customer behavior. The digital literacy, remote work management, data driven decision making, all these are comes under embracing technology. The second one is adapting to agile practices. The agile methodologies are associated with the software development and becoming more prevalent across various industries. Here, the first element is promote flexibility. The manager must have principles such as adaptability, collaboration, responsiveness to change. All these are all these things will promote flexibility of manager and empower teams. This is shift from a command and control approach to empowering teams to make decisions and manage their work. And that from the all these two things will comes under adapting to agile practices. The manager needs to adapt software development and scrum and scrims to improve project management. And third one is enhancing leadership skills. As we discussed about empathy, empathy means recognizing and addressing the unique challenges for the well-being of team members. Okay, the managers needs to have empathy and fostering diverse of inclusive teams, benefits of diverse perspectives. All these are inclusivity. Change management means navigating and leading teams through frequent changes and disruptions are change management. The empathy, inclusivity, change management will comes under the enhancing leadership skills. Okay. Focus on innovation and creativity. In these focus on innovation and creativity, the manager must needs to focus on the encouraging the idea generation. He needs to encourage always idea generation. If any employees in the organization has given any ideas, if the idea is not good also, he could not tell them the idea is not at all good, and he could these idea could not work to our organization. Even if he needs to suggest them, and he needs to encourage getting new idea and risk taking. Definitely the manager has to calculate the risks and learning from failures also. He must calculate risks that which are obtaining to him. Okay, cross functional collaboration, promoting collaboration between departments and team to drive innovation. Okay, encouraging new ideas, risk taking, cross functional collaborations. All these things are very important to focus on innovation and creativity. Customer centric approach. Customer centric approach means customer feedbacks, gathering customer feedbacks, incorporating customer feedbacks into a decision processes, and personalization. He needs to personalize individual customer needs and preferences. Competitive analysis, staying attuned to market trends and competitors to maintain a competitive edge. Okay, so customer feedbacks and personalization, competitive analysis are main important things in customer centric approach to know the to change it to adapt the managers into a current context. Okay, environmental and societal responsibility. In these environmental and society responsibility, sustainability, corporate social responsibility, CSR. Okay, ethical decision making, all these comes under environmental and social responsibility. So that if the manager adapted all these things, definitely he can change according to environment. Continuous learning and adaptation, not only for manager, for every person, knowledge is divine. If we learn continued also, if we learn continue, learning is a continuous process. If we learn more and more and more also, still there will be a more to learn. Okay, so continuous learning and adaptation is very important to each and every person. It is like learning is a lifelong. It is agility, quickly adapting to new techniques, and it is resilience. Resilience, okay, and building. We needs to build resilience to overcome challenges, bounces back from setbacks. So, learning is lifelong. So, continuous learning and adaptation have lifelong learning, agility, and resilience. Okay. Now, is everyone clear with the last topic of third unit? Okay. Now, fourth unit. Fourth unit is planning. As you all know that we have discussed about planning a lot before class. So we'll talk about planning introduction. What is planning? The planning is a process of thinking regarding the activities required to achieve the desired goals. Okay. It is a forecasting, forecasting before happening. In other words, the planning is based on foresight. It is a fundamental capacity for mental time travel. Okay. The planning is nothing but forecasting before action. And an important aspects of planning is to relationships to forecasting. Forecasting aims to be predict how future will look like. While planning, the imagination should be there in planning. How the future could look like. All these things are comes under planning. Now, characteristics of planning. Okay. The first characteristic is planning is a goal oriented. What is goal oriented generally? Generally, first the basic thing is that planning is developed to made to achieve desired objectives of organization or business or fund. Okay. These goals established should general acceptance. Otherwise, with individual efforts, and these will sometimes can these energies will go misguided and misdirected. And planning should identify the action that would lead to desired goals quickly and economically. Okay. It provides a sense of direction to various activities. For example, like Maruti Udyog is trying to capture once again Indian car market by launching diesel models, right? This is the example of planning or goal oriented. This is called goal oriented. And planning is looking ahead. Definitely, because planning is always a looking forward. Whatever happenings in the future, that is pre-planning in the before. Forecasting the before only, it is called planning. Then it can be said as a planning is done for future. In one word, sorry, in one sentence, it can be said as planning is done for future. And it requires peeping in future, analyzing it and predicting it before happening. Thus, planning is based on forecasting completely. A plan is a synthesis of forecast. Like, moreover, it is like a mental predisposition for thinking what happening in the future. So that planning is always looking forward. So definitely a planning is looking ahead. For that purpose, planning is called as planning is looking ahead. Second character. And now coming to third one. Planning is an intellectual process. Planning is a mental exercise involving creative thinking. sound judgment and imagination. It is not mere for guesswork, but it is always a rotational thinking. A manager can prepare sound plans only. If he has sound, if he has sound judgments, foresight and imagination, for that the planning is always based on goals, facts and considered estimates. Okay. So the manager's brain will does not be empty at any time. He always continues to think new ideas. His brain is always included with creative thinkings, ideas. So that planning is always a intellectual process. Planning involves choice and decision making. Yes, planning especially and essentially involves the choice among various alternatives. Therefore, if there is a only one possible course of action is there, there is no need of planning, okay? Because there is no choice. There is only a one course of action. There is no choice. So, in that case, planning is does not required. Thus, then the decision making will come as an integral part of planning, okay? The manager always will surrounded by a number of alternatives. He has to pick the best depending upon requirements, resources of the enterprises, okay? So that the planning involves choices and decision makings also. Planning is the primary function and function of management, which is primacy of planning. The planning lays foundation for other functions of management. It serves as a guide for organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. All the functions of management are performed within the framework of plans. Therefore, the planning is a very, very basic fundamental function of management. And planning is continuous process because planning is never ending function due to the dynamic business environment. Up to the organization, the organization goes on, whether the organization goes on, keep on running, the planning also keep on running. It's a distinct process and also a dynamic function. Plans are also prepared for specific period. There is time uh, at the end of that period, plans are subjected to revaluation and review in the light of new requirements and changing conditions. As we discussed, there are different types of plans are there. Single user plans, like that, okay, strategic plans, operational plans. So planning is all pervasive, seventh one. So that definitely the planning is required level all levels of management and in all departments of enterprises. But but what does it means? The scope of planning is it is made differ from one level to another level. Like the scope of planning is differ from top level to medium and medium to lower level is different. All these things are different to each other, and planning is designed for efficiency. Okay, the planning needs to avoid wastage of resources, and it compulsory have to ensure adequate and optimum utilization of the resources. In one word, we can say that plan is worthless or useless if it does not value the cost incurred on it. Okay. Therefore definitely then the planning has to must lead to saving of time, effort, money, etc. Planning leads to proper utilization of material, money, okay, machinery, methods, all the M's. There are actually we all are know that there are only 7 M's in production, but actually there are totally seven. Sorry, there are 4 M's in production, but in reality there are totally 7 M's are there. You can get these in your marketing subject, okay? So ninth one is planning is flexible. Yes, planning is flexible because planning is done for the future course of action. Since future is unpredictable, we all are know that what happens tomorrow we don't know. So the future is definitely unpredictable. Planning must provide enough room to cope with the changes in customers demands, competition, government policies, etc. Under these changed circumstances, the original plan of action must be revised and updated to make it more practical. Okay, so that I have completed all the characteristics of planning. If you have any doubt, please ask regarding characteristics. Is everyone clear? Let me know you're listening or not. I'm unable to getting it. Okay. Okay, only one. Okay, thank you. So that I can tell very interestingly. If you are not giving responses means whether I'm telling this much of class, if you does not respond means how can I get conclusion that you are listening my class or not, so that I can say more interestly. Okay, thank you. Next we'll go to the planning process. Okay, what is planning process? There are few steps are involved in planning process. You can see in the diagram. If you need, please take it screenshot. Okay, if you want PPT, just ping me, then I will keep in my PPT on this online session. Okay, so this is the planning process. The first one is in the planning process is, and this is the stepwise. Okay, the first step in planning process is setting objectives. It's a very basic thing. Setting objectives means these marks the beginning of planning, where clear goals are defined for the organization. The objectives are very specific, measurable and results that the management aims to achieve. Each department sets it an objective within the overall framework and organizational goals. Okay, now setting objectives is the first step of the planning process. Definitely we can say it as very easy. The first step is setting objectives for the future course of action, and the second one is developing planning premises. What does it means? We needs to develop. We have set objectives for the plan, no? So we need to develop those objectives by planning premises, by different types of planning premises. We need to develop them. We have already set objectives and we need to develop them, and later identifying alternative course of action. Alt is identifying alternatives alternate course of action means, in after setting objectives, we have assumptions in various ways to achieve the goals or explored multiple alternatives, okay, such as like price reduction, increased advertising, or improvement after sale services are identified in the developing planning premises. Later we need to identify alter course of action. Alter course of action means, if we developed and if we generated plan A, okay, if in case, so always we can, just now we have discussed that future is unpredictable. What does it mean? Okay, we have decided plan A, the future is unpredictable. What if plan A is failed? We definitely need a plan B, C, D, many alternatives. Whatever, how many alternatives you have, definitely you need to identify before the course of action, okay. You need to identify all alternatives and evaluating all alternative courses. We have finded all the alternatives, which say for example you have three plans are there. If the plan A fails at that situation further, because future is unpredictable and uncertain, so that if the plan is failed, definitely we'll go to plan B and plan C. What if, the question what if running the, definitely what the question what if running the entire planning process, okay. We have identified alternatives in course of actions, okay. Later evaluating alternative courses, we have find out plan B, C, and D, no, how could they work in the future. We need to evaluate, okay. We need to evaluate more alternative, how many functions we have, how many action course of actions we have identified. All those we need to evaluate here, and now selecting alternative among all these plan A, B, C, D. Select the best one, all these alternatives. Later implement the plan. Now what does it mean? These step involves putting the chosen plan into action, okay. Managers communicate the plan clearly to employees, allocate resources, organize labor, and procure necessary for machinery. For example, a mobile phone company might hire more salespeople, okay? Create TV advertisements, initiate online activities, and establish service workshops. Like that, if I have mobile phone company and I have set my objectives, I have set my planning premises, I have developed my planning premises assumptions, and I have seen alternatives, I mean identified alternatives, I have evaluated all the alternatives and selected the best one. What if I does not implemented my plan? All these are waste, right? So that the implementation of plan is main important, means the execution of plan, okay. I need to implement plan through advertisements, pamphlets, and many social, and nowadays many social media are, we are using social media a lot, like that. After implementing, follow up the action, okay. What does follow up the action? The follow up the action means, after we have implemented the plan, it's over. Later, we need to monitor it continuously, and to get feedbacks are very crucial to ensure plans, or either these all are in track or not. We need to monitor feedback mechanism. It is called as feedback mechanism. So this is the planning process. This is a very very easy process. You can't, you need not to learn about it, and you don't you have never by heart it, okay. Just understand the concept, then you can frame it very easily in your examination. Definitely these question will come in your examination, okay. Is everyone clear with planning process, so that I can go to another topic, because we have very less time. Let us know, is everyone clear with planning process? Let me know. Okay, thank you, Monica. We'll continue to another topic. Okay. The another topic is why planning is necessary importance. Why? Because the first one is the importance of planning is the first one is planning provides direction. Means the planning provides a way, it's a direction to us, because planning is involved in deciding the future course of action, fixing goals and objectives in the priority of any organization. By stating the objective in advance, planning provides unity of direction. Okay, the proper planning makes goals very clear and specific. It helps the manager to focus on the purpose for which various activities are to be undertaken. So planning provides us a direction. The first important see in the planning is planning provides us direction, and second one is planning reduces the risk of uncertainty. For example, just now we have discussed that future is unpredictable, it is uncertainty, what happens tomorrow. Yes, for example, COVID time, 2019 COVID has been came into our country and many people were died. Is we expected that in before? No, obviously no. Many people loses their lives and many families are under the road. So these uncertainty will be reduced by plannings, because we are wearing alternatives. No, we are identifying alternatives for planning. No, what if plan A fails? We have plan B. What if plan B fails? We have plan C. These all are the alternatives of the planning. So definitely planning will reduces the risk of uncertainty. Planning is a type of certainty. Okay. So after third one. Third one is planning reduces overlapping and wasteful activity. Plans are formulated after keeping in mind, right? Plans are always formulated after keep it in mind the objective of the organization, right? An effective plan integrates the activity of all departments. In this way, planning reduces overlapping and wasteful of activities. We are predicting before happening. We are predicting, no, so we could not keep more expenses or more time. So it reduces overlapping of time, wasteful activities, because we are planning before earlier, no, so that planning reduces overlapping. And the fourth, coming to fourth one, planning promotes creativity and innovative ideas. Yes, planning always encourages creativity and helps the organization in various ways. Okay, managers develop new ideas and apply the same to create new products. Okay, so that planning always promotes new creativity and innovative ideas to balance with present competitive world in the current situation, current context at outside. Okay, then fifth one, planning facilitates decision making. Definitely, decision making means searching for various alternatives and selecting the best one. We have seen in the planning process. Planning helps the manager to look into the future and choose among various alternative course of action, and provide guidelines to take effective decision making. Okay, and the sixth one, coming to sixth one, planning establishes of standard for controlling. Yes, planning lays down the standard against which actual performance can be evaluated and measured, right? Planning always compares, it has comparison between the actual performance and predefined or determined standards. These helps us to point out the deviation and take corrective actions to ensure the relevant confront plans. So that these are all the important things of importance in planning. Why is planning is necessary? So is everyone clear? Let me know. Okay, thank you, Kishore. And now another topic. Let's close the session after this topic. Okay. Another topic is types of plans. How many types of plans are there? Listen carefully because this is an important question. Okay. Types of plans. First one is strategic planning. What is strategic planning? Generally, the strategic planning looks at the long term issues of the organization. Okay. And helps to develop a plan for growth or change of business functions. Goals developed at the strategic planning level are often increased by dividing them into tactical and operational level. Firstly, the goals and objectives are set by the strategic planning. Later, it is delegated authorities to the tactical planning and operational planning. Okay. And then the strategic planning is a management process by defining a company's long-term vision, directions and actions. Okay, the strategic planning will always looks into a long-term vision of company. It is a very strategy to figure out what potential business opportunities are existed in the companies. So it involves defining the current situation, setting goals for the future, and finding a way to bridge the gap between the two. Okay, all these comes under strategic planning and tactical planning. Come to tactical planning. What is tactical planning? Tactical planning is a practice of prioritizing tasks and delegating them to team members. Among the strategic planning delegated authorities to some authorities to tactical planning. No, in tactical planning, inside tactical planning, these will delegate the tasks and assign the tasks to two team members. Okay, in the way it will get task accomplished. The in simple words, tactical planning means figuring out what needs to be done in the order to achieve a goal. Okay, mainly an important part of the tactical planning is delegating the tasks. Okay, and later dividing and conquering is how business terms execute their tactical plans and achieve goals. Next, operational planning. The operational planning is a kind of planning that is required for day-to-day activities. The operational plans is a very small planning, means day-to-day operations of every day-to-day activities are planned in the operational activities. Organizations use such kind of planning with extreme detail to clearly identify the who, what, when, where, and why all parties are involved. Okay. Generally, the operation planning can be in two types. First one is single user plans, and second one is ongoing plans. We all are know about single user plans. The plan is used only once in the organization. We could not and we can't use it in another time. This is called single user plans. And what is ongoing plans? We have set objectives and we have used a plan for today. Okay. Later it is going well. The plan is going well. Then definitely we will modify that plan, or we can make more advancements to that plan and evaluating purposes in the future. They're also characterized by short term plans. This is ongoing plans will always go on. Next, final one is contingency planning. The contingency planning is also known as special planning or Colloquially, plan B. It is used for situations when changes cannot be foreseen. It is what if, like uh, as earlier I have said that why we find alternatives means what if plan A, plan B, plan C. That particular plan is called contingency planning. Okay. Now we'll see the what we have completed today. Okay, I have discussed about introduction to planning, meaning of planning, characteristics of planning, steps involved in planning process, why planning is necessary, important types of plans, etc. Okay, in fourth unit. And also in third unit, we have completed all the introduction, management process, managerial roles, managerial skills, levels of management, characteristics, how do managers know whether they are good or not? The changing role of managers in the current context. All these, and in second unit, follows 14 principles and all the theories. All these we have completed. Okay. Is anyone have doubts regarding these units? Let me know, please. So that tomorrow I can continue with fifth unit. We have completed all the four units up to now. Okay. Let me know so that I can exit the session. You can leave the session after these. Okay, Kishore Das. Let me know what is your doubt. Please type it in messenger box. Okay, hoping everyone is clear about four units. Now please leave the session. Thank you girls for your patience. Okay, I'm closing the session. Thank you. Bye. We'll meet tomorrow class.